Hi, this is our final exam. My name is Lisette Garibay and my partner is Caterine Claudio. This is our session number 4 and the title is We Learn About Pablo Picasso. In session number 4, the subject is art, which is aimed at 4-year-old children, and even geometric shapes and imperfect shapes are worked on throughout the session, which also means that the area of math is being working on. And the topics of the session to work on are Pablo Picasso, Cubism, and abstract portraits, because we want students to learn about the great Spanish artist Pablo Picasso, and um, also the artwork that he made and for which he became very famous, and what was his most representative style in his artwork. In addition, we want students to learn Cubism, in that means a style of art that takes landscapes, objects, and people and transforms them into geometric shapes. And Pablo Picasso was one of the most well-known masters of Cubism. In materials, we need a black cardboard like this, black cardboard, and you can use 18 or 25 depending on the number of students. Cut colored papers with different geometric shapes and imperfect shapes in different sizes. Also, you can use a plate um, like like this one and this kind of triangles and different geometry like this and black markers and a glue and chalks. The other material is this video that the teacher showed in the class. In this video, students can see Picasso face, for example, head ideas, eye ideas, and nose ideas, and mouth ideas, and the teacher explained the steps that students need to follow to create their abstract portraits. Step number 1, take a piece of chalk and draw the face on the black cardboard. Step 2, take the colored papers and triangles, squares with different different forms, and draw the eyebrows, eyes, nose, and mouth with your black marker. And this is the vocabulary during the session. And step number 3, take your glue and put on your black cardboard. And the step number 4, when a student finish, make an oral presentation. And the content is subject matter that represent the subject or theme that the lesson. And for that, it's important that teacher consider the skills, knowledge, and understanding that they want their students to learn. In learning objectives, the gain in this session is to gain knowledge about Pablo Picasso and his abstract portraits. In content objectives, um, to learn about the artwork of Pablo Picasso and to learn works about part of the face that I mentioned before, eyes, uh, eyebrows, eye, nose, and mouth. And even the triangles, imperfect shapes, squares, and in language objectives, and to describe orally their abstract portraits using the new works. No, this is my art, Pablo Picasso, and part of the face, um, and geometric shapes, and imperfect shapes. And communication, the skills to work on throughout the session are listening and speaking. And our reflection about on the skills used is that language serves many purposes, and as teachers, we can integrate different basic skills in our session, even if the class of art, math, or music. And also, we consider listening and speaking are highly integrated and work simultaneously in work. In real life situation, so the integration of these two skills favors the effective oral communication, and this integration will assure real life and purposeful communication. And why they are relevant, because listening and speaking allows students to work on their communicative competence. Also, the more efficient a listener you are, the more successful and satisfied you will be. And in speaking in different contexts, you need to express your ideas. And why did you choose them? We choose listening and speaking because listening allowed the students to hear as much of the target language as possible while using a variety of teaching methods. In this case, it's about Pablo Picasso and his abstract portraits. And speaking because we want students to be able to discuss in groups and share their abstract portraits with their classmates through an oral presentation. And in grammar and we want vocabulary and pronunciation improve. And language of learning is convincing abstract portraits, part of the face, geometric shapes, and imperfect shapes. And language for learning, repeat the new works of the part of the face, discussing groups, what they know about Pablo Picasso, and listen the extraction. And language through learning, any language which comes up during the session. For example, one of the students can know Pablo Picasso was an artist, or one of the students know that Pablo Picasso painted faces with different shapes were not oval. And then my partner explained.
Okay, to continue our session about Pablo Picasso, for the cognition, the thinking skills are lots, the understanding and applying, the thoughts about creating, cognitions because thinking skills it's important because our students develop critical thinking skills, and for that teachers can prepare their activities following the Bloom's taxonomy. So we have understanding because Pablo Picasso was an artist who painted different artworks associated most of all with Kobe's. Uh, the applying because complete your drawing in your black cardboard. The creating because the children create their own drawing and abstract portraits. Questions to be used. What do you know about Pablo Picasso? What styles did Pablo Picasso use? What is cubism? What geometric shapes do Pablo Picasso use? Okay, about the culture, it's important that teacher include in their sessions plans the culture, where students can understand their own culture and relationships with other cultures and understanding themselves as a citizens of the world. In this case, or topic in Pablo Picasso, and the students need to learn that he is a famous artist and none of the many and one of the many style he's famous in abstract style and cubism. For example, his artwork in Crying Woman, like as can you see, the dream and two girls reading that children can see. And for the methodology, we have enabling gaintic activities, development and final products, final or follow-up activities, and assessment. The enabling activities. Activities to guide students' productions, the oral and written, and allows students their knowledge to be taken into account. For example, the students can say Pablo Picasso is an artist. He painted different artwork. He is very famous. And in this case, recycle vocabulary about what students uh, Pablo Picasso. The other one is the development and final products. It's the visual support PowerPoint. In PowerPoint, what you know about Pablo Picasso. The students discuss in groups. The teacher explain what cubes means. The teacher show a video. The teacher will distribute materials. The session starts with a song. Um, and the teachers can explain with visual support, as I say, with a PowerPoint, recording the rules of the class of the art, about the art. The other one, as I said, the teacher asks their students what they know about Pablo Picasso. Then she gives the opportunity to all the students in the class to discuss in group and share ideas. And also the teacher explain what cubist means and what geometric shapes he did and his artwork. The teacher shows a video where the students can see in the process of the draw face shapes, a step of draw Pablo Picasso. The teacher will distribute the black cardboard, chalks, black markers, cut-colored paper with geometric forms and glues. The students start working. The students start to draw in the shapes of face, then continue draw eyes, the nose, the lips on pieces of colors, cardboard and glue. Then on the black cardboard, the activity is individually and also can be in group too. The PowerPoint rules of the class of art. First of all, bring your art shirt. Second one, touch the materials with the teacher's permission. And third one, listen the instructions. This is the PowerPoint of rules of the class of the art that the teacher can use in the beginning of the session. For example, the teacher will distribute the material and the students start working, as we can see in this picture. The black cardboard, the black markers, the chalks, the cut colored paper, and others materials if it necessary. Another example, as we can see in this picture, the teacher will distribute the material and the students start working. This is the cut colored paper. And final or follow up activities. The students make an oral presentation about their abstract portraits. For example, these pictures we can see in this slide. Another example that we can see it. And for the assessment, the formative assessment. In this session, we include the formative assessment as an opportunity where the teacher can know what their students know about Pablo Picasso, and the students can discuss in small groups. Because formative assessment occurs during the learning process when the teachers ask, what do you know about Pablo Picasso? And also permit identify areas for improvement and give more opportunities for the students to implement the feedback. Self-assessment, well, it's what have I learned? No, now do I know what style Pablo Picasso used in his work of art? It could be yes, no, not sure, or not yet. The peer assessment is what have I learned? And now I know who is Pablo Picasso and his style of art. Now I know what cubist means. Now I can make an oral presentation. And that's everything for this session. Thank you.